Let's go to the front of the Fairfax paper. There's a couple of big yarns. Now, the Age and the SMH have got very similar front pages. Canberra hoarding $1.7 billion of NDIS funds is the Age. States demand priority for NDIS. Now, the NDIS is very rarely off the front page these days. The Victorian and New South Wales governments have accused the Commonwealth of holding back $1.7 billion in extra funds for the National Disability Insurance Scheme to prop up its promised budget surplus. Victoria's Disability Minister Luke Donnellan and his Liberal counterpart in New South Wales, Gareth Ward, have written to the federal government demanding that the reserve funds, which were agreed upon in May 2019, be immediately released. Well, who would have thought, Genevieve, Treasurer Josh Frydenberg trying to hold back a little bit of funding. When I say a little bit of funding, the tidy sum of $1.7 billion, because he might be eyeing off that sort of May budgetary surplus that they were so very quick to sort of champion during the election campaign.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I mean, there's only a certain amount of money, so shifting it around is not going to fill all your pockets. And at the end of the day, the money that's being withheld on the NDIS reserve is from people that desperately need it. It's the sick, it's the vulnerable, it's their families that need that extra support. And the fact that that money is sitting there has been allocated to them, but they haven't received it yet. It's just, you've got to think about the desperation of these people, and across two states as well. This is not a solitary issue in Victoria or New South Wales. These are two state governments writing to their federal minister and saying, please help our citizens, because they need that money to keep, you know, going to their doctor's appointments, you know, having their in-home care. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that are really left out in the cold if this money's not released soon.
Interesting, Nick, that there's a bit of bipartisanship here from a New South Wales a Liberal government and, of course, a Victorian Labor government. They've both smelled a rat here, these two ministers, haven't they?
They certainly have, Peter, and what a rarity it is to see Victorians and New South Welsh people actually agreeing with each other, coming together, united. Well done to both those two. But you're spot on when you're saying that it's very rare that NDIS is not on the front pages, and it's very rare that you would actually even see a positive NDIS story. Even though there are a lot of positive stories running around there, these kind of things, withholding money, it's crucial for the programs to take place, for the organisations to go away and fill their commitments. And when you're holding back the cash, you're actually just holding back the people. So when both Victoria and New South Wales are agreeing with each other, and as rare as that is, the federal government must be a little bit nervous, and I'm pretty certain will be acting on it, because that's the last thing they really want, is both Victorian and a New South Wales government agreeing with each other when they're completely miles apart.